Hey Olga K, this is Not a Shot, and I thought I would do a video response to your religion post. Partly because I thought it was really interesting, and partly because I'm on the other aisle, or on the other side of the aisle on this issue, and I thought I could add an interesting perspective. So just a little disclaimer to people who are watching this is not mean-spirited. If you get offended by this, I don't know what to tell you, because this is just me giving my thoughts. And I want to hear your thoughts as well. So let's get a little conversation going, I think. I like your videos. I like Mushka. I think he's adorable. And without further ado, let's jump into it. When I talk about religion, I'm glad you talked mostly about Christianity, because I don't think I know enough about all religions to defend all religions, nor would I want to really defend all religions. But I can't talk about Christianity, because that's what I am. I'm a Christian. So I won't be talking about Scientology, because frankly, don't know that much about it. So this kind of comes in 4 parts, and I hope you enjoy it. Part number 1, religion does more harm than good. If you look at all the wars and bad things that have done, clearly religion is something that is a negative in humanity. I couldn't agree, or I couldn't disagree more. I look at what's done in faith, and I see goodness. First, you have the bad things that happen. You can't ignore things like the Crusades, the Inquisition, people killing in the name of God. It's there, not trying to hide from it. But at the same time, you have to be able to divorce what people say they do in following God and what God actually asks of us. And those two are very different. And I believe that just because there are wars in the name of religion, there are wars in the name of everything. There's wars in the names of capitalism. There's wars in the name of atheism. Communism killed millions of people last century, and there was no God involved in that at all. People are going to kill people. It's horrible, but it's not necessarily because of God. And if there was no religion, I'm sure we'd find some other way to justify the bad things we wanted to do. But that being said, if you look at the good things, Christianity's full of beautiful people. In the Middle Ages with the Black Plague, the reason we have records of what happened in these infected cities is because Christians decided to stay behind and sacrifice their own lives to take care of the sick that were dying of the plague. And they did this because Jesus said to comfort those who are in need and to love others as you love yourself. If you look at kind of the fall of civilization after Rome, when not the Crusaders, when the barbarians were just ransacking Rome and destroying civilization, it was Christian monks that started to make sure that literacy and culture were preserved in these small little abbeys around Europe, defending ideas and thoughts and ancient works of Aristotle and things like that, so that they could be preserved for future generations. It was Christians that started the first hospitals. It was Christians today that are starting organizations like World Vision, who take care of international orphans, or the International Justice Mission, which is basically comprised of a bunch of lawyers who take God and Jesus at his word when they say, defend the poor and the oppressed. So they quit their high-paying jobs and they started an organization, and they go around the world and they make sure that the poor and oppressed have a voice in the court systems, and they change things through law and by making sure that nations obey the laws that they claim to have, and that they fight against corruption. There's a lot of things going on because people take God at his word of loving the oppressed, taking care of the needy, seeking freedom and justice for all men. It's there, and the source of it is in Christianity. So there's a lot of good that goes on there.